Seth, for the first time in Mike at the Stripe history, we are live on YouTube for the viewer to watch. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike at the Stripe podcast, advanced edition, to say the least. Seth, how are we? How was New England Dragway today?
Oh, it's fantastic as always. This is actually the first time ever that actually, no, that's not true. I ran for those who don't know, this year I've been handed the keys here and there to the timing system. So now I am now at the first computer when either my buddy Nate or my buddy Kevin are not doing it. I'll be on it, learning from Nate, learning from Kevin, and I'll be on it here and there throughout the season, starting tonight, and I think it went pretty well.
I was not there to test it, but I'm sure you had at least one hiccup.
I think I had one, but I had no major ones, which I'll take. So I'm not upset with my performance there.
Well, congratulations, buddy. I'm proud of you. Wow, that got really bright. I love when I switch screens and all of a sudden it's very bright. So, ladies and gentlemen, just like I said, New England's Dragway started off its 60th season last Wednesday, which, how many rainouts have you had in between then and now? Like 3?
So I think we've had 2 rainouts. At least
cold
one, if
outs.
not 2. And then we had one where the track was just too dang cold. So
kind of like I was talking about last week in Vegas, where PDRA couldn't finish the race because it was just too darn cold. Cooper Sean wins a Peak Performance Sportsman Racer of the Month, which got to meet Coop down at Vegas. He's such a nice fella, and I'm really glad I got to meet him. I'm also really glad that I get to continue that relationship with all these racers. He also won the Snyder Sportsman Classic and the Arizona Nationals, and word has it, he's down at Pomona. So we could see him go for 3 at Pomona.
it's very much possible. I mean, he's just an incredible driver, so it would not shock me if come Sunday afternoon or if they finish the race early, because obviously Pomona weather, not shocking.
Yeah. Pomona again threatened by rain and cold on Sunday, which is really unfortunate. Which can't really do everything about that, but it's really unfortunate that we're gonna have to deal with another rainy Sunday. At least it's not the whole week. Where we can actually set a ladder. But I was actually watching .tv earlier this weekend, or actually earlier today, rather, before we started this. The junior shootout that got postponed from last year is now happening this year, and they're going to have 2 at Pomona. So the whole junior shootout is in jeopardy now for a second year in a row, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, we hope that does not happen.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, in the way that it's been, and I know this from honestly from personal experience, because I've never ran a shootout at a national event, but I've done the exhibition at New England twice. And there's been, I think, at least 2 days we were supposed to make a run, we didn't because of time constraints. And honestly, much as it sucks, it's so easy to kind of have that be the first thing cut out, just because it's an exhibition run, so it's not a huge deal if you miss it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of unfortunate, and I feel bad for the kids, but
exactly.
There's a lot of important things that need to be tended to first, and unfortunately, it kind of just gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, guys, we have the live chat right here. If you wish to ask questions or say very ridiculous comments, like one in the chat that I can see here, or say things like, "Yo, guys, big fan of the show. I've been loving these videos. I love to see it." Please send them in. We can actually view them and plop them on screen here for you guys, which is really cool. Something we can do. Big news came out Wednesday. IHRA finally brings back the hood scoops. It has been a decade since the 4-barrel days and the big old hood scoops of yesteryear, as it has been. Of course, me and Seth both kind of grew up in that whole hood scoop era, and it's back. They're back, baby. Unfortunately, they will be keeping EFI, so I think it's going to be similar to the Holly Sniper stuff. and bringing all that, all the EFI stuff, but bringing the 4-barrel Holly components to it. But we get the hood scoops back.
And that's all you could really ask for, right? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've never hated the look of I would say I called it. I will say this. I want to clear the air because I know on my Instagram story a couple days ago I messed it up. What I was trying to say. Instead, I said I thought it was like bringing back like 4-barrel carburetors. Instead, it was Gabe just left. That's interesting. I'll try and keep it going while he's gone. But as I was saying, I thought it was the carburetor was going, and not just the no hood scoop deal. But now it is. Scoop's coming back, but we still keep that kind of like that. There we go. He's back. What? Your internet cut out? What happened?
So I'm running Opera GX, and I have my RAM throttled to like 2 gigabytes. And apparently, when you're trying to upload a Facebook post and live stream at the same time, Opera does not like that.
They don't like
at
it.
all. Seth, I think your father's in the chat. I'm assuming Nitro Cycles is
Yes,
your father.
That is in fact. I love the chat from Dylan, a first time chatter, long time supporter. It reminds me of what is it? 98.5 The Sports Hub in Boston. First time, long time listener, first time caller is what they always say. So
yeah, exactly. Back onto the 4 barrels. How do you think this will impact the performance? I know you and I were kind of talking back and forth of, we could see a 640. We've been in the 650 range with the little Hova action we've had going on. The track vacuums, as they've been nicely called. And I mean, no offense, it's been a great few years with these EFI systems, and we've seen nothing but greatness. But I think we're going to see some big power improvements for sure. Not only with the hood scoop and the 4-barrel, but with the advancement of technology of having the EFI alongside that, it's going to be a really big jump, I think. Just that we have that much air going into the scoop now.
Yeah, because obviously, when it came to the whole EFI, no hood scoop era, it was you had like, as you said, like a vacuum, like stuck, like it was in the bumper practically, and there was like 2, like I would say, is like almost like square rectangular holes in the front where the air would come through. Mm-hmm. But now it's like you get the whole scoop back, you get the whole thing, and for that, I do think there's going to be, now that, as you said, with the advancements in technology that we have now, and now it's not, relying on, regular carburetor or anything like that. I think we are going to see some spectacular performances, high performance wise. Like, obviously, the drivers are going to be right where they were before. If anything, this could like be a stepping stone to make it even more competitive, which is insane to think about considering how competitive it is now. But to kind of bring it back to where the class was, you think back, whenever I think the hood scoop era, I always think of Greg and Jason, Erica when she first started kind of catching on to winning championships and winning races. Back, Jed Coughlin when he was, running a Jeg's car. Obviously, he's back in one now, but
just all these great names. Yeah. And just associated with these hood scoops, of course, Jason Line, Greg Anderson's still in the sport. Jason Line is taken into an engine builder side of the sport, helping pretty much every team. Fun fact, Jason, thank you for the carburetor. It works good. Yeah, he actually built my carburetor, and that was really nice. And just Erica Enders still in the sport, of course, still chasing her, I believe, 7th now championship. And Jag, of course, being back in the sport. You and I are going to get a hit of nostalgia for sure. And everyone who was in the sport pre-2016 is going to just get a hit of nostalgia where these come back. And it's going to be like, oh yeah, we're back, baby. And all of the people that we grew up watching are gonna be like, oh yeah, and then were the days. It's. I mean, who knows? We could see Warren Johnson. I don't think we'll see Warren Johnson back in a pro stock car, but it'd be really cool, to see Warren Johnson hop back in a pro stocker.
Yeah, let's just have V Gaines come back. Let's have Alan Johnson come back.
Alan Johnson's coming back into the
did come
IHRA
back.
race. Now I think I forgot. Alan Johnson's going to be running the Camry or the Caruso family machine at Virginia this weekend. So he's already back. Now, here's a good question. Where did V Gaines go? I really don't know.
I don't know if he's even still with us. Like he just
I should probably look.
I don't.
Hell, it's not saying anything against him being here. Oh, he announced his retirement in 2016. That's why. It appears that it was very fast. Fast. It was a very fast retirement.
Oh.
Like he announced it July 1st and said, "Yeah, I'm done." But I mean, hey, V Gaines. Now we know.
The more you know.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, he was in the sport for 20 years, so you'll have that. Going back to our news. Enough with the pro stock stuff. As much as we love the class, as we love the class, and are looking forward to the advancements. Speedmaster will become the full primary sponsor for Josh Hart this season, and I believe a new car is going to be unveiled here in a couple days.
I do believe it's already made passes today. I have
okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately, with obviously me being at the racetrack working on the computer, I had the live stream up, but I wasn't really able to pay attention. Unfortunately, I was kind of like watching it like in the background, I guess, but I didn't happen to catch him. But I would imagine that car, because I know that they planned to make its debut at Pomona, not just a race or two from now. It was like they announced it like this week, and it was going to be running at Pomona like a few days after.
Yeah, exactly. And I haven't been able to look at the car yet. I've been busy working and making money and making a living. But I'll have to get to look at it at some point. Hey, look, Rashid Patterson checking in. Hey, Rashid. Hope your Chrysler's doing good. Going into the Millie. The Vegas Million, it has officially concluded. Of course, when I was there, I covered Tuesday and Wednesday with the American race cars were Giehl's Performance Fiberglass 32 car shootout. Corey Costin won over Nacho Rivera, and he held the car back with a tow strap behind his dragster, which was absolutely cool. Wednesday, Beyond a Racing Wednesday, was Gary Williams, G-Dub, getting it done over Jaden Lawler on a red light and all door car final, which kept the door car streak to 10. Now, Thursday, the day we were recording, I think I was in round 3 when I was recording. I don't know. Aiden, welcome to the Mike to the Stripe podcast. Good to see you. Matt Daddis got it done over Jacob Collins. The pro winner was Russell Rowley, who made it down to 3 after being integrated at 6 cars. Beat my dog, Andy Schmall, part of the Minnesota Mafia. In fact, I don't even know if I told Andy. Andy, if you're watching this, I owned your junior. Ask Papa Joe. I already told him. And you'll hear that name a lot more in a couple minutes, by the way. Tyler Hartzall won the second shot shootout over Aaron Milton. Again, Aaron, another one of my dogs. He was doing great down there, too. Talking to him a bunch and kind of in a whole group with us. It was really cool. Aaron went some rounds, too. I'm really proud of him with his Firebird. Pontiac powered Firebird, by the way. Don't see many of those anymore. No, not at all. Going into Mosier Engineering, $1 Million Friday. Actually, it was technically, it was actually Fuel Factory $1 Million Friday. Seth wrote the sheet.
No. But it's Motion Engineering $1 Million. It's the Motion Engineering Million, though. So.
Presented by Rad Torque Systems.
Yeah,
there was a lot of names.
A lot of sponsors, yes.
A lot of great names, by the way. I thank you to all the companies that help sponsor our sport, including Rad Torque Systems, Mosier Engineering, Strange Engineering, everyone, thank you so much for sponsoring our stuff. Friday, Tyler Bohannon makes it $2 million wins. I believe he won the OG Million a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And then he got his first Spring Fling Million, got to ride to the South Point Casino, which is actually probably the farthest casino from the track. Now that I think about it, it's our rent-a-car center was closer than the track, or well, of course, than the strip, but the rent-a-car center was like a mile from the airport, and that's a mile south, and the track is like 20 miles south of the actual airport. So it's far. It's far. Tebow gets to take the limousine ride to the South Point Casino, and he got it done over Greg Brotherton by 2:10. I'll tell you what, that was a nice race to watch. I think it was 10-11, and it, oh my God, just nasty. And really he got them for $35,000 or $350,000. So yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, Tebow had won. He actually won the American Guaranteed Million in 2020 against Champ McCoy in the final. Okay. Back in that was 2020 at, I know it was, what's that track in Georgia? Whatever, doesn't matter.
South Georgia Motorsports Park?
Not South Georgia. It was either another track. I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, he won the American Guaranteed.
Bradenton? It couldn't have been Bradenton.
It's either
or like not Bradenton. Brainerd is what I meant. My bad.
No, it was like a track in Alabama or Georgia. It's a southern track. It's
Capital City?
I don't know.
Anyways,
it's the track that Corey Galletti crashed at.
Corey Galletti wadded one up?
You remember? It was like it was another $1 million race, I believe, where he like rolled it. What's the name of that?
Okay, we're gonna go on a search after this and go figure out what that was.
Yeah.
Going into and of course that was a really good lap to watch. I really wish I could have stayed and watched, but I had to fly home. That was not a fun red eye home. I'm not gonna lie. 0 hours of sleep. Get back home at 5 a.m. crossing time zones, and the jet lag the next day was horrendous. I had to go to snowcross. It was overall unfun, but I would do it all over again because I love it. Going to the pro winner, Andy Schmall got it done over Chad Sandlin. Told you we'd hear that name again. Of course, that was another great race. Greg Sandlin, of course, a really good bottom bulber from out west. And that was a really good lap to see. I really wish you could have watched that again, but again, I was already on the plane to out back home. Going into the second shot shootout, Dustin Schroeder gets done over John Victorino. Which, did you watch that lap? Because I was flying home and I didn't get to watch.
Oh no, your lobster didn't have butter on it. No, I didn't. I didn't happen to be able to watch that lap. No.
Oh man, my steak was too saucy. Shoot. Yeah. Going into Saturday, FTI Saturday, $30,000 winner. To round it out like a storybook, Donovan Williams gets it done over Bug McCarty. Bug coming back. Bug, of course, one of the, I think, doesn't he host the Immokalee Winter Series or whatever down there?
So.
Or at least host the back tire shootout. Bug, of course, a really big name in our sport. Gets it done, or actually doesn't get it done, rather. Donovan gets it done in Fancy, which I think was the first outing in Fancy where Fancy did really good. So congratulations to the Williams family for not making it one, but making it two. And driving home all the way back to Florida. I believe they're at Virginia this weekend, I believe. It would make sense. Probably. Chances are. Going into... Actually, I think that's all we got for our Millie recap. So,
well,
overall, what would you rate this year's Spring Fling Million, Seth?
Your friend Andy Schmall got it done in pro again on Saturday over Joe Kidd. Yep.
I forgot about that. Joe, I was talking to Joe Kidd a lot earlier too. Joe, one of the nicer folk I got to meet down there. I thought it was Joe who was staying out on Fremont Street in the same hotel we were, ironically. And Like we were just passing by each other, and we're like, "Oh, hey, Joe." And he was like, "Oh, hey, Gabe." So, you'll end up seeing a lot of racers and a lot of other things in Vegas too, but mainly racers. I need I say no more. Yeah. So overall, what would you rate the Vegas Spring Fling Million 2026 edition? I keep forgetting it's 2025. My brain is fried. I'm sorry. 2026 edition.
I'll probably give it a solid 7. I know there's been better like millions in the past based on like entertainment. I will say it gets bumped up quite a bit by the Schmal performance, by you have Datus versus Lawler in a final round, or excuse me, it was Lawler and Williams in a final round. And you have, of course, the Tebow versus Brotherton run for the 350 grand, 2 10,000s. That's a good lap. That's a really good race, tight race, separated by a foul on the tree. I mean, that kind of entertainment you can't really get anywhere else.
No,
but I would say there's probably been like some very like really great events in the past. Honestly, maybe I was being a bit too harsh for the 7. Honestly, I think there's a solid 8.5.
Yeah, I can't disagree. For my first million, I got to say it's an 8.5. Oh, yeah, by the way, that whole year mix up deserves a finally got to use my soundboard on the podcast. Yeah, so that does it for the Spring Fling Million recap. Going into the Winter Nats preview, we finally made it to Pomona again. And weather is coming back for Pomona. Yeah, weather is threatening Sunday with 58 degrees and rainy.
Oh, yeah,
not good. Hopefully that does stay out. Because this is the 1,000th funny car race. I mean, I took a look at the list, and we've seen a lot of funny cars return. Some names like Jim Campbell, Dylan Winifsky, and Jason Rupert coming back. So good to see all these guys coming back, and I'm really excited to see how they do, especially Jim Campbell. I've got to know him for a couple of years, and really hoping he does well. His first outing back, partnering with, I believe it's Del Worsham, if I looked right.
Yeah, it's Del Worsham. I do want to point out that Winefsky and Rupert were both at Arizona.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
So they're making a little West Coast swing before the West Coast swing. Am I right? So, yeah, good to see him come for the 1,000th funny car race. I think there's 19 funny cars trying to qualify for 16 spots.
I think there's 19. I know I saw.
Looking at the list, there was.
I think there were like on the list there was 19, but I think one of them hasn't made a run yet, if I had to assume, because it was only 8. I'm pretty sure there's only 18. I saw like a little like post Q2 like qualifying order. I only saw there was like 2 on the outside looking in, so I think one of them hasn't made a run yet.
Yep. And also other big news. Dave Conley's back in the seat. Hello, buddy. Covering for Cody Coughlin. Cody had some I'm not sure what Cody had. I think he had some prior obligations with the realty business, I believe. But Dave Conley back in the seat, my buddy Dave. Good to see him back in the seat. Hops in a pro stock car and does magic. He's just that. I mean, he tuned so many cars for so long. Got to drive a top fueler for a couple of years, and like, yeah, let's go tune for a world championship, because why not? And then he just kept doing it, and then he gets to occasionally hop in the seat of a pro stock car. Come on. So Dave Conley, of course, the owner of competitive suspension as well, got some names for him. Does he get the Too Fast Too Tasty seat for Cody Coughlin? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would assume so. I think that's
okay, good, because we'll that's a little foreshadowing for
I do remember. I think this same situation happened. I think, funny enough, it may have been at Epping, possibly, where he filled in for somebody.
Yeah. Either way, we'll figure that out down the road, if you will. So, It's going to be a tough challenge to get the Winter Nats underway. But Seth, it's time for everyone's favorite segment.
I do want to point out before we move on to the picks, because obviously we have a lot of picks to get through. I do want to point out we did have the first day of the Winter Nats today. They've already ran both qualifying sessions for the pro categories. And as it stands right now, number one qualifiers are Leah Pruitt in Top Fuel at 372.4 at 329. Provisional. This is not, locked set in stone. Josh Hart in second at 373. There is 6 cars after Q2 in the 70s. And there's 15 car field, so everyone's getting in. That's good news for people that if there were 17 wouldn't get that, 16 spot or higher. When it comes to funny car, we have 18 cars. Oh, so 18 cars, at least on the qualifying sheet. Might still be one that hasn't made a pass yet. But
that's what I saw.
Yeah, I do believe that that's the situation going on. As we stand right now, the provisional number one qualifier is Jordan Vandergriff at 395.1, 327. Alex DeJoria, so the JFR teammates at the top. Ron Capps, number 3. By the way, only 2 cars in the 3s. Capps, 4007. Brock, we'll get into that. In 4th, 4015.
I can't believe I let him go for my actual pick. I let Vandergriff go. Everyone do it with me now. And no hate to my pick. But come on, man, why would I no hate. I believe in my picks fully. So pro stock, please get into that because I was busy making money when the when the ladders were going. Or when the qualifying was going.
Qualifying was going, yeah. So as we stand heading into Saturday, the number one qualifier is Greg Anderson, 654.4, 209.39. Number 2, Dallas Glenn, 655.3 at 209, separated by 9 thousandths in qualifying. Then we got Greg and Aaron Stanfield at 3 and 4, and Matt Hartford rounding up the top 5. Tied for 5th with Matt Latino and Eric Latino, for that matter, at 657.5.
Three-way tie at 367.5?
Yes. So Hartford 657.5. He gets
367.5
at 209.98.
Okay.
Matt at 209.52. Eric at 209.39. So
yeah. Just to note, Josh did indeed do it with me. Thank you, buddy. I'm proud of you for not leaving me hanging. Thank you. So going into our picks.
Now
it's not. Now it's time. Oh dear. I hope I don't pull a Danhausen again and do it again. Seth, you got to pick first this week. Who do you got for Top Fuel?
Mainly, that's kind of per usual at this point, just because.
No. I got it first last week. You got it first the week before.
And maybe
we've only had 3 NHRA races. Remember that.
Picks first. Maybe that's like a bad luck. I hope not for my case, and I think my picks are definitely helped me in that department. You know what? We'll just go down the line here. No, actually, we'll do one by one. We'll do class by class. All right. So in the race for Top Fuel, in the national event, not the 2 Fast 2 Tasty shootout, I have Sean Langdon. I think it's a very solid pick.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Did you just say not for? You just said not for the 2 Fast 2 Tasty?
Well, foreshadowing. I also picked him in the 2 Fast 2 Tasty shootout. I picked them in both. Listen, it worked for me last week with Dallas Glenn. Foreshadowing again, because I picked them in both again this week.
Just erg.
So hopefully that strat works out again. This time, twice.
Okay. Going into my Top Fuel pick. For the race, I got Doug Galata. Doug's been doing really good as of late. Of course, teammate Deshaun Langdon. Similar tuner, similar data points, if you will. Doug's been doing really well alongside Sean Langdon. I think this is the week he will do really well. For my too fast, too tasty though, I think finally for the second time in the row, we've seen Maddie Gordon make it to the semifinals and make it to the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge. I think she's finally going to get it done in the Too Fast, Too Tasty Challenge, which Maddie Gordon, of course, the tradition of limes now being in the format. I might see if I can hop in the lime tradition come Brainerd time. I wish the Carlisle team luck. This is not from someone who sells their tools. This is from someone that genuinely thinks they can go far. So
I happen to think that team is still really competitive for how early on we are in the season, and in just them being a team. I mean, this is their first season. This is their third race. I mean, if you can conjure up a new team within the first three races, go to the second round once, honestly, you're turning heads. But to go to semifinals twice in the first three races and a chance to do it again this weekend at the third race of the season,
pretty good.
It's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive, yeah. I'm gonna start off with the funny car pick for my race. It's kind of a long shot odd, not really much, but also kinda. Top Fuel Spencer Hyde. Going to be doing pretty good. Of course, Spencer's been in the pro model ranks. He had his first NHRA experience in a Top Fuel car here, so he has just a couple more laps, more confidence in this track, and I really think this is going to be the week where he shines in the funny car pilot, or in the Jim Head funny car. So, and he's always historically done really well here. So I think this is the week he gets it done.
Yeah, especially after his weekend in Phoenix, I think it's not too far-fetched to say, especially with the wild and wacky weather we're going to have in Pomona this weekend, I think it's not too far-fetched to say that he could really kind of sneak up like he did in Phoenix and do well.
No, not at all.
Did you freeze up? Oh.
No, I'm here. I'm just very still.
That was a weird moment and a half. Anyway, what are you doing?
I don't know. It is hang on, what time is it? Yeah, it's only 10:15. Yeah, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I can't cut that out either. No. Welcome to live streaming, folks. Welcome to live streaming.
It's fun. Anyway, for my pick in the funny car race, and I put as a note, "Dear Lord, help me, for I am mental." I'm picking Austin Prock again.
So what is the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and I guess I'm insane, which is why I said I'm mental.
Yeah. He struggled in Q1. He's got down in Q2, so he's finally getting somewhere. Hopefully you're right one of these days.
I mean, here I'll
should I just auto give you that pick every week at this point? Hang on, wait. Josh agrees with me.
Well, Josh would say anything if it's against me. He's my best friend, so this makes sense. Anyway, see, now it's all coming together for you, ain't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Austin, obviously I picked him the past 2 races and hasn't gone my way, like, at all. So I really was thinking about it. I was like, do I really want to, pick him again? Do I want to go a different route? And it's just like, I don't know, just something, it felt, I hate to say I had a feeling, because we all say that and then stuff goes awry. But I mean, if there's gonna be a race where that team is gonna come in, they're gonna want to make the comeback they so desperately want to do. And based off qualifying already, they're already showing that they're a little bit back to where they should be, or where we expected them to be at the start of the season. It's just, I mean, again, eventually, it's kind of like if you keep playing roulette and you keep putting your chips on black, eventually it's gonna hit black. It's eventually it's gonna happen. So apparently it's my strategy in funny car. I guess I don't know why, but
I would not like to go gambling with you.
hey, I broke even last weekend, so
Wow, that's nice.
You wouldn't hate it.
Yep. Going into my too fast, too tasty pick. I got Paul Lee going, the poker player. Speaking of gambling, the guy behind FDI, and I think he's starting to get his combination figured out with his brand new tuner. I really think he's going to do really good this weekend, especially in the too fast, too tasty challenge, and hopefully we'll see him next race for sure.
Yeah, and for my too fast tasty pick, I picked the reigning, or rather, not the reigning event champion, but the winner of the last race, Ron Capps. I really think that they're going to use the momentum. Of course, Guido Gianantonelli is going to come up to Pomona, which they've had some success at before. I think this is a weekend where Ron Capps comes out here in the too fast too tasty shootout and ends up collecting the money and ends up standing holding that little cardboard piece that says Mission Too Fast Tasty winner on it. I just have a feeling that momentum from Phoenix is gonna push them to a Too Fast Too Tasty win. So
I get you. I love my mute button. I just coughed my lungs out in absolute silence. Yeah, you want to talk about your pro stock pick, even though I'm pretty sure everyone already knows.
Yeah, I did literally just say it 2 minutes ago. I'm doing the same strategy as last week as the last race. I'm picking Dallas Glen in both the race and in the Too Fast Tasty shootout. And listen, last time it worked out in the utmost meaning of success. I think the only point I didn't grab last race with Dallas was
number one
qualifier, not qualifier.
You're getting there.
That's a New England Nationals thing, the qualifier. Anyway,
qualifier.
Yeah, we had a lobster at the end of the racetrack.
Oh! During the national event, yeah. Yes. We had we had beer. American American Rebel Light. Good or Battle for the Axe, I think it was, which was it was a really cool thing. I will say.
Yes.
Yeah. There was definitely no shortage in the zoo, judging by the amount of free things flying. It was I don't think I need to say more. And the fact that they're also battling with Outlaw Mile High beer at that race too. There was plenty of free beverages for people to indulge in. And also there's nitro margaritas back there. Yeah, it's the zoo. I don't think I need to explain anymore. Regardless,
if alcohol exists, it's gonna.
You'll probably find it in the zoo. Literally, you could just show up somewhere and be like, "Hey, I want this. Here you go." Do I charge you nothing? Nope, you don't owe me nothing. It's always a good time. I mean, that's just my. I just show up there to enjoy the times with other people, because other people are having a great time. I'm gonna have a great time, and I don't even need to start.
Indulge.
Yeah, I don't even need to. I just enjoy having a fun time. Regardless, that's a nice little tangent for you. Welcome to two race car drivers talking about their home tracks. You picked Dallas Glen. I picked probably. You're going to be shocked at my pick, I think, if you haven't saw it already on the sheet. Dave Conley for both of them, if he gets his Too Fast, Too Tasty shot. Dave Conley, of course, being such a good power stock pilot, as he was in the beginning, is now, and hopefully ever shall be. I think he's definitely going to go rounds at least, and possibly win for Cody Coughlin. He knows how to set up a car. Of course, he's won how many world championships as a tuner. He can drive the things. He knows how to set up a car really well, and I think he's going to do really good out here during the Lucas Oil Winternationals.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't hate the pick. I think obviously whenever you put a really good driver in a really good car, as we saw last weekend or last race in Phoenix, it's gonna create magic. But I'm kind of hesitant in saying that I would have done that pick had you had picked Dallas or Greg or whoever. I I don't know. It's kind of like it's got that feeling of like you wouldn't be shocked if it happens, but you wouldn't be shocked if it doesn't. It's kind of like mid
Middle of the
middle of the
road,
road,
if you will.
middle of the road. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great driver. I think he's going to do well, but hey, you're entitled to your opinion, man. It's just incorrect. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Going in to Top Alcohol Dragster, I have Anthony Troyer. Now, Anthony Troyer in the Fendt Tractors machine has been really good. Won Brainerd last year. Won a bunch of races last year. I think he's going to do really good at the I keep want to say the In-N-Out Burger Winternationals, the Lucas Oil Winternationals. That Fendt Tractors machine is on rails, and if they can get a handle of it, they're definitely going to go places. Especially with no Randy Meyer cars this weekend, which I found really shocking. But he's gonna just leaves more opportunity, you know.
Yeah, that is kind of shocking, isn't it?
Yeah. But
I do think I thought he may have had a car or two at IHRA.
I think Rachel's running an IHRA down there, I think.
Yeah.
Which would have made sense. But regardless, pick time. Go.
Okay. So, Top Alcohol Dragster in the NHRA, I picked Sean Cowie. You know, world champion in the past. Matter of fact, reigning world champion. Obviously great car, great driver. I mean, a connection that has, as I said before, world championship last season. Like this car, this driver, that team, all so very, very good. And I think, that's pretty much like, I would say that's arguably one of Sean's home tracks, obviously being, on the West Coast in Canada. That is his, like one of his home national events. So he's had pretty good history there with, competing in national events, whether it be the finals or the Winternationals. So I think it's going to be another weekend in the office for Sean at Pomona, and he's going to win yet again at Pomona.
Yes, 100%. Sean Cowie's always been a really good driver. Being, I believe, one of the lone screw cars or supercharged cars
Yes.
out there, which is going to be, I mean, we've seen the nitro combination kind of be easier to find as of late, but I really think if the air is going to work really well, I think we'll see Sean Cowie do really well. Top Alcohol Funny Car. I'm interested on hearing your pick because I'm not so sure about it personally.
Yeah, I picked Brian Howe. Now,
not a bad driver by any means.
I think you're insane for saying that that's not a good pick.
I never said it wasn't a bad pick. I'm just saying, I might have said it was. I'm just shocked you picked him over a lot of other people. Brian Howe, of course, being a great driver. His team's good. His car's good. He is good. But I saw some names that I thought were going to be a lot better than Brian personally. One name stood out a little bit more.
Yeah, of course, we know the one. By the way, I do want to point out that Sean Bellemere somehow not at Pomona this weekend.
No, he's there. He just doesn't have the Killer Bees aren't.
No,
that was Shane Westerfield rather. Never mind, I'm wrong.
Sean Bellemere. Let's all be honest here. If Sean was there, I would have picked Sean.
You would have picked Sean, yeah. The Killer Bees are killer for a reason.
So, just honestly, without him being there, it kind of left me in like a weird corner, and I immediately went,
Brian Howe's a good person, yeah. A good driver, good car, good combination. If he can lay down laps, he definitely has a chance.
I mean, he finished number 2 in the world last year.
Yeah. I'm aware he did. But there's a name that you missed that has a lot more experience on the West Coast than Brian Howe.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Don't worry.
Give me Doug Gordon, baby. Doug Gordon gonna get it done at the Lucas Oil Winternationals. Coming back finally because there was no alcohol cars in Arizona, which I thought was really strange, but it was a little hot, so I kind of get that. It's his home track. They're based out of California, right down the road, I think. Doug Gordon, of course, has a lot of laps, not only in his funny car, but out west. And now that he's in a condition that he's more familiar with, where it's not humid, it's a nice combo that he's familiar with. I think we'll see Doug Gordon break through finally and get back to his winning ways.
Yeah, I don't think honestly you couldn't go wrong with picking either Doug or Brian Howe, in my opinion. I think
No,
both
never.
are good picks.
Yeah,
So
both were really good. I'm just really shocked we didn't see Sean Bellemere.
Yeah.
But he might not have been on the entry list, but he could have gone to the other brand. Could have gone to IHRA. He didn't. Did you take a week off?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weird. Anyways, IHRA time. I'm looking back at this and it's like, oh, hey, wait a minute. This looks awfully familiar. Just saying. Yeah. My pick, of course, the last race winner, Gary Pritchett. Gary, being an overall great driver, apparently a part-time rodeo master. Apparently he likes to ride bulls in his free time. Gets crushed by horns. I don't know why he does it, but hey, it's fun. Yeah, Gary Pritchett, great driver, great person. I think he's going to go rounds at the IHRA Dinwiddle Nationals. I have no clue what they're calling it. I think it's just the Virginia Nats. It's in Dinwiddle, Virginia. So
yeah, I just called it IHRA Virginia. That's honestly just been what I've called it.
The Outlaw Nitro Series at Virginia Motorsports Park, which I believe this is the first track they didn't change the name to Dorana.
They didn't change it to Dorana?
I don't think they did yet. No. I think it's still Virginia Motorsports Park.
I think I caught that. Anyway.
Well, I think it's Dorana Virginia Motorsports Park, kind of like they're doing with Heartland, where it's Dorana Heartland Motorsports Park.
Probably.
But I mean, hey, I ain't going to complain. They're doing stuff for our sport. I like it. Mm-hmm. So, going into your pick. It's a good pick.
Again, as you said, similar to last time, I'm picking Jasmine Salinas like I did last time. I honestly think, and I love Gary to death. I think great team, great driver. I really do feel confident that if Jasmine had gotten off the starting line, she would have probably won that race. That car is good.
The Scrappers team, we could easily see each other in a final. The Scrappers team always being scrappy, to say the least. Mike Salinas, of course, being the ex-pilot of that car. Let daughter Jasmine hop in and start going rounds in that car. So seeing their slam Peterbilt not being at Brainerd is going to be disappointing, to say the least. But seeing her do so well is really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'll say it again. Gary Pritchett, Foley team, very, 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 very good program. And they most certainly, I think it could have gone either way had Salinas got off the starting line in that final round at Dorana Galot or Dorana Benson, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But I do feel confident that had Jasmine been able to make the run, she would have had a really good shot at winning that race. And it's just unfortunate that that race finished the way it did. But I mean, again, I think she qualified number 1 at the last race. I think she's gonna do it again. And
it's not a bad pick at all.
I think come elimination time, I honestly say this very confidently. I think if she does not smoke the tires round 1 and get upset, I think she goes to the final and probably wins the whole dang thing.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Going into funny car, I'm not shocked he's there. I'm just shocked that he has another car somewhere.
Yeah, my pick we're talking about?
Well, yeah. I hope so.
Del Worsham. I'm picking Del Worsham again.
Dell, of course, being a legend of our sport. Used to pilot the DHL car back in the day, piloted a bunch of cars, and one of the more popular funny car racers. So Del Worsham definitely been doing good in the IHRA circuit for sure as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last race I picked him and things just didn't go my way. He went out, I think it was round 2 to Creasy, and it was a really, really close race too. I watched it live, which stung, knowing that meant that my pick and funny car was Dunyan Rings. But now different race,
Dunyan Rings?
different track.
Dunyan Rings?
Yes, that is a term that is used. Yes,
I've never heard Dunyan Rings ever in my life.
that's shocking to me.
Oh, really?
Especially you being in the Midwest, that's very shocking.
I've never heard Dunyan Rings once.
Wow, shocked.
Anyways.
Ringing, I can hear that thing.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it sounded like it anyway.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't me, I don't think. Anyway, moving on.
Regardless, you're alive. Yeah, Del Worsham, a really good pick. Johnny Caps is running IHRA, so I picked him. He's not running the quarter pounder machine, which was very, very interesting. I thought he was going to run the quarter pounder machine down there. No, he's going to run a full blown top fuel car down, or I should say over at Virginia. So Johnny Caps, of course, relative of Ron, has that good racing relationship. He's a good driver in and of himself. I think Johnny Caps is going to do really good. Now, going into Mountain Motor Pro Stock, you picked the guy I wanted to pick because, of course, you did. And at least he's actually there. So, I took the world champ, John Montecalvo. John, of course, being a really good Mountain Motor Pro Stock racer in and of himself. Got a really good combination. Has some tough competition out there. Of course, like we said, Alan Johnson coming back to run the Camry Caruso car. John DeFlorian, a bunch of good Minnesota Mafia Mountain Motor Pro Stock cars. So I really think Johnny Montecalvo does have his competition cut out for him. I think he's going to do really good.
Yeah, and as you said before, I kind of took the guy you wanted to take. And I will say, a big deciding factor in me taking him, because I'm not going to lie, I was looking at the sheet, and I was like, okay, well, we looked at the sheet last time, and it said he was entered in, and then all of a sudden, we get to Benson, and he's nowhere to be found. So I made sure this time around that I didn't pick him last time. That was you. Sorry. I picked him after I saw on, I think it was Wednesday, I saw he had ran, I believe it was him and like one other person had ran like a really, really, really good number in testing. So I picked him, and it's John DeFlorian, IHRA world champion in Mountain Motor Pro Stock. Really solid pick, really great driver, really great guy, honestly. I mean, I think the
multiple time champion in NHRA Mountain Motor.
Yeah. I mean, I know the clip of him at Norwalk after he won that national event, getting out of the camera crew comes over.
He's one of the more energetic folk.
Oh,
and I'm really glad to see him. Was the same way at Brainerd when he won. And I'm really happy. Hang on. Dylan just said multiple time champion to some people, I guess. Really? Maybe you'll have to bring that up in the Q&A after the show.
He knows nothing about the sport.
I see.
That
makes more sense.
Josh's friend talking.
Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, so John DeFlorian, a really, really good pick. Time for my favorite class. Sleds. I love sleds. Your turn. Who'd you got?
I mean, this is kind of a really easy pick for me. I took Anthony Minnie. He dominated the last race, dominated in qualifying so far. It was kind of like a Belmere no-brainer pick. So I took Anthony Minnie.
Now, you might have taken the no-brainer pick. Mm-hmm. I took the second no brainer pick. John Jacklitz Jr., who's up my way. He lives in Minnesota. I see him testing at Brainerd all the time. Sorry, I just looked at the comments and I saw that.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. Anyways, yeah, John Jacklitz Jr. He was keeping up with Anthony Minnie and those guys, going 460s on a sled, which he has a really good chance of getting it done. Now, if any of the DOA guys can get the two strokes under control and can get him into that 460 range, will they be a deciding factor? 100%. Those two strokes will be really good so long as they can keep up with them four strokes. But I've seen John Jacklitz Jr. I've seen how fast he can go. He's keeping up with Anthony. Anthony. I really think he's gonna do really good down there.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of shocked when I saw you didn't take Rob Lowe, not the actor, the sled.
No, the sled. I believe that's the Iceman, and yes, he does really good on that sled too. But I saw Anthony Menning and I saw John Jacklitz. The Iceman will be up there too, but I really think it's Jacklich's time to shine for sure. Outlaw Pro Mod time. My pick made it to the semifinals, finishing, I believe, 4th in points so far. Not bad out of Yeti Chevy Reeves. But I saw the list of people he has to beat this weekend. I was like, oh, okay. So I went with that list. Randy Weatherford made it down to an IHRA race. He's been doing really good in the Outlaw Pro Mod scene. Couldn't get down in Q1. I do not know if he went down in Q2 or not, but I think he's going to be a fighting factor for sure. Now, unfortunately, we did have an incident in Outlaw Pro Mod where Pez unfortunately wadded up his new car, which is unfortunate. That's his 3rd car I think he's wrecked as recent. Of course, Eleanor was the first one he did. That one got really controversial. Secondly, the Corvette, which had an issue, which then he did win. So if Pez can get it back and get it moving, he could go rounds.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, unfortunate that we had, that wreck in qualifying.
And in the small tire brats too. The Lexus of now I can't remember his name. I watched it in class because am I really gonna do schoolwork? No, I'm gonna watch racing. No, I'm kidding. I do my schoolwork. Don't worry. I saw the car catch fire. It's like, oh, that's toasty, and then it kept burning, and I'm like, oh no, that's really not good. But he got out of the car. He's okay. I'm not sure on the car's condition. If anything, they're probably going to run it without a hood. Knowing the Swanstrom gang. But either way, some really nice storylines going into that race. I think Johnny Montecalvo or Randy Weatherford, there we go, is going to do pretty good. I'm sorry. I'm sleep deprived for some reason.
You think you're sleep deprived? My pick in Outlaw Pro Mod is Jason Scruggs. I saw it. I believe he's now sitting in the number 2 spot. He was sitting in number 1 after Q1, but he got knocked down to number 2. But the Party Time Machine, always very good no matter what race they're at. Scruggs, amazing driver. I really think that combination, that driver, that car, could really do some damage this weekend at Virginia.
Exactly. Going into Top Alcohol Dragster, who you got? Now, I'm kind of shocked he didn't go to NHRA, but I've seen him on the IHRA tour a little bit more now, so.
Yeah, I picked Joey Severance. Now, here's the thing. I know Gabe mentioned it before we got on here. He was surprised I didn't take my own Division 1 friend, Jackie Frick, and a great competitor and
in the know of herself. Yeah, she's great.
Runner up in a world championship race in the NHRA. Finished, I believe, top 3 last year. He was surprised. And honestly, I kind of went back and forth. It's just, I saw, it's kind of like either way, I felt okay with who I picked, but I saw Joey number 1 in qualifying, and I saw Jackie on the outside looking in. And I was like, safer bet, I'll go with Joey.
Mhm.
So I want Joey.
And of course, Joey is willing to do whatever it takes to get in the field. He won our double divisional the week before the national event and did not qualify for the national event, but not for a lack of effort. I mean, he went outside, he went inside, he did a 2-wheelie, he did everything. And he was fighting to get in the field. I was at one point, no, don't do that, lift. But at the same time, Joey Severance will do whatever it takes to get into the field and make it on Sunday, which really proud of him for fighting for that. Of course, Joey Severance is one of the harder fighting guys I know, and he's such a kind fellow too. Of course, owner of the Woodburn, Oregon drag strip as well. So no stranger to the world of drag racing whatsoever. Now, you're going to leave one person open, one person you really like. Mine now. Jackie Frick. I picked her mainly because she's been doing really good as of late. One of the nitro injected combinations, which I don't know if that really helps in 8th mile racing. They're pretty even in the 8th mile, but I really think Jackie Frick has a combination on lock, and she will do really well down in Virginia. Top alcohol funny car. The final class we have for picks. Phil Ez. Now, there was a big list of people. You picked the lone nitro injected machine, I believe.
But I also picked the car that happened to beat out the previously named Sean Bellemere at Gainesville for another.
That is, that's a really good fact. I wasn't saying that was a bad pick. I'm just saying you picked the lone nitro injected car.
I know you weren't. I was.
Yeah.
Just felt the need to.
Yeah. But Phil as a really good racer in and of himself. I can't speak today. And I really think he's gonna shine down in Virginia. Who do you got down there, Seth? I think it's kind of obvious at this point.
Yeah, I did pick Mick Steele.
Mick's got that combination figured out though.
Yeah, I did. I honestly looked through the list. There's a lot of good drivers in Virginia right now. A lot of decent combinations. I almost went with Bruce Mullins because he won the last race, but it was like, I don't know. I was kind of toying with Chip Everett, and I'm like, and then I didn't see it before, and then I finally saw it, and I saw Mick. I even didn't see the last name. I went, oh yeah, there he is. There's my guy. So I picked him, grabbed him up. As soon as I saw that name, I was like, okay, I know that's a really good car, really good combination, and has seen success already this season with picking up the one qualifier spot in Gainesville against, I mean, honestly, the car in Top Alcohol Funny Car across the past, 5 to 10 years has been one of the cars, if not the car, the entire time.
100%. Well, that being said, that concludes our main body of the podcast this weekend. Of course, this will probably, I'm going to hopefully can get this on Spotify. This will be available on YouTube as soon as this is over. And then once we can get streaming on Facebook, our live feeds will be allowed on there, so long as Facebook lets us. I will leave a couple minutes just for Q&A if you guys want to ask us some random questions. Of course, appropriate. Otherwise, no feature.
I think at that point, I think we should not do the Q&A.
Well, yeah, you're probably right. I don't know how your friends are at this point, so that's why I kind of ask.
You've seen already.
I've seen a couple, I guess. You're right. They did, however, ask you, Seth, and this is you personally.
What did they ask?
I gotta find it. There's so many.
Are we watching the movie tomorrow? Yes.
Yeah.
That was the question you're talking about.
Yeah. When are you?
Oh, we bought the tickets. we bought tickets. How do you not know what time? Oh, by the way, I do want to point out I did get a new chair.
Oh, nice. I didn't.
I just got to that.
I desperately need a new chair. Mine is actually falling apart. It is horrendous. There's a GoFundMe in the description there. I'm kidding. There's not a GoFundMe. But regardless, that will He said, I forgot.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. Hopefully this will be available on Spotify. If you're watching this on Spotify, hey, now you got video. This will also be available on YouTube as soon as this is over. Tune in. Of course, we're going to try and do this as consistently as possible. With Seth having a full-time job and me also having a less as full-time job, but full-time everything else. It's going to be late and going to be tough, but we're going to push through and we're going to keep on doing this so long as you guys keep watching. So subscribe to the YouTube, follow the podcast, and of course, like the Facebook page. And yes, we're working on getting into Instagram still, but I need to get graphics made, and I don't want to do that right now. Regardless, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you guys next week for the Mic'd at the Stripe podcast. See ya! Bye!